button is not working.
Oh, well, it is. I think it just takes a second to respond.
Okay, so
All right.
I was left alone.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. Google decided to up and quit on me, so let's do that again. Welcome to Soul Panel Review. This week, it's a bit of a quiet week, unfortunately. But we do have
Quiet?
some on. What?
Really quiet? It hasn't been quiet.
Well, I mean, not as many people here right now.
Oh,
So we do have Samantha here, but hopefully we can get some more people joining in. Let me go to the um, live page here um, and put the link in just so we can start opening up and having more people join in on this. Um, and so yeah, so just quickly for announcements, you've heard about OP Skynet from the from the from Twitter, and I'm going to so basically I'm going to throw my support behind that. I've started a little form so you can fill in all your information, and hopefully we can get people to follow people.
I follow everybody.
Yes, follow everyone, please. This is
Well,
all
you
about
have to be careful too. Hello?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this is all. It's all about signal boosting. So the more people we have, the more people we can get on, essentially. Um, so that being said, that link will be in here soon. Just trying to figure out how to update the stupid um, live stream. Okay. Well, this isn't. Okay. You know what? Let's just start getting to news now. But this is just a bit really this is just a bit ridiculous. Okay. Yes, news. So yeah, OP Skynet happened. Um, Twitter happened. Um,
Well,
well, Twitter in case of or I should say, Wham happened. Women and action in media happened, which has not been very fun. Um, you sort of had you sort of had some notes on that, Samantha,
me? About what?
about Nero and
Oh
and those sorts of
yeah.
things.
Yeah, I think they were like I don't remember who exactly was, but there was this guy who I think on his own or I think with a group of people they like complained to Twitter about Nero and they end up banning him from Twitter. I don't know if suspending him, but actually think banning him because I think he had to do another Twitter account or he had to go back like after a few things. They basically put him on the harassment like complaint. They say that he was transphobic, transphobic, racist, misogynist, and in
So,
the end, I think they use the WAM thing. So it ended up like suspending him. And I think Senpai, I think, is gone now, and also Rogue again.
Yeah, there's a
Wow.
number of people who are gone. I mean, even not David Serini, but his partner in the Sarkeesian Effect was banned from Twitter. Um, Thunderfoot was banned from Twitter. That isn't exactly wham, but it is a troubling sign. When it didn't even have to take wham to ban someone like Thunderfoot for the audacity of criticizing Anita Sarkeesian. Um, so yeah, this is a very almost a perilous time for
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I have been like I'm watching my Twitter, and yeah, I know. I remember what's the name of this new operation that they're doing, like raiding us with WAM. It's called Operation Zero Mercy, and they actually have like a Twitter account now.
Well, let them. I mean, if they want to ban every, I mean, I don't, I don't think, I don't think Twitter would be stupid enough to ban everyone in GamerGate. I mean, actually, I mean, recently I've seen more than a couple articles that were very positive on GamerGate, um, from the likes of places like the Daily Caller. Not exactly top tier, but big magazines. So it'd be stupid of Twitter to follow along with this. So I mean, hopefully it fails, but um, it may not, which is going to be a real problem.
Ooh, interesting. I'm seeing the page for this, and it's called Operation Zero Mercy. And well, it says that note to Gamergate on Operation Zero Mercy: we do not file false reports. I do not file any reports. Operation Zero Mercy: file all valid reports of abuse. What?
So they're wait. So they file well. They might claim something is the valid report, but how do they know? Um,
Um,
I mean that just sounds
it says
really dumb.
it's ironic Gamergate are terrified of Operation Zero Mercy, mass reporting abusive Twitter accounts, and having them removed for valid reasons. But
Well,
the problem is that valid reason is because basically Twitter now you can ban people for not agreeing with you.
right, which is exactly the problem. I mean, what exactly did that guy making the Sarkeesian Effect documentary do? You know, what did he say? I mean, it's just insane the lengths that these people are going to censor the other side instead of having a dialogue. I mean, but I mean, I guess you have to see it to a certain point. I mean, um, they called out David Pakman for merely asking difficult questions. So it really does feel like to get this essentially this entitlement, internet entitlement, which doesn't really quite work.
It says some of these Gamergate accounts have been abusing and harassing people for months, and thanks to Operation Zero Mercy, the games are over. Wham! The problem is that this like The problem is that WAM is basically making you can basically ban people for not agreeing with you. So that's obviously. Oh, hello.
Yeah, we have a new person in here. Jason.
Yeah. Hey.
No image, please.
Would you would you sort of like to introduce yourself and everything?
Well, so much to talk about.
Uh,
Just kind of here.
Okay, cool.
are
Yeah.
you with your camera? Because I just only see blackness.
Oh, cameras on?
Take the camera off. Just leave
Yeah,
the
we
avatar.
can't see anything, but we aren't running with cameras this time around, so.
Okay.
Oh, good. And now we have Duncan as well, so sweet. People
Hello,
are.
Robert.
Hello.
I am a paid shill. I always paid to come on the show.
All right. Well, paid chill and everyone one is welcome here, so as long as you don't cause trouble. So, yeah. So welcome all. Good. We are getting slowly getting people in here, and
Can you listen to us?
Rachel on?
and so right now we're just basically talking about the insanity that is Twitter at the moment between Wham and apparently this new initiative to ban anyone who connects to OP Skynet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you heard of it, Duncan, yet, or
no,
Jason?
I've seen it on Facebook,
Jason?
but I've never done anything with it. I don't have a Twitter. I'm not a casual.
Hello.
Twitter or Facebook personally.
Just
Google Plus? Okay.
Well, on
But yeah.
Twitter, yes.
Well, so essentially, what OP Skynet is in the face of sort of the new bannings happening of people like Milo Yiannopoulos and the filmmaker behind the Sarkeesian Effect. We're essentially trying to get everyone to follow each other on places like Twitter, so we have essentially a strong basically just a giant network of different smaller gamergators together.
How is Operation Disrespect for Love go?
And apparently already anti-gamergators are trying to get everyone who joins it to get banned from Twitter for what they describe as legitimate reasons, but it will yet to be seen as illegitimate reasons.
Wait, I don't get this. I don't get this Operation Zero Mercy. Is it pro or is it? No, it says it's an anti-GG, but it's asking people. It's asking people from GG to block or unfollow fake shills.
Have you guys?
Oh, so the shilling continues. Oh,
Have you
and
found
we
the there's an article online that said.
So yeah, and so now we also have Darren from Don't Keep the Faith here, who's been making just a wonderful series of YouTube videos concerning Gamergate. I really suggest that you sort of follow him.
Should we tell him that?
Thank you for that endorsement.
Oh, no problem, dude. How are you doing? How are you doing this evening?
Great, great. I've got a bowl of peppery popcorn and just put the kids to bed, so everything's cool.
Can you first? I think we cannot hear Jason very well. I think he's really low.
Yeah, Jason, is there any way to turn your mic up a little bit so we can hear you a bit better?
I'll see what I can do.
What happened to Duncan? He cannot talk.
Duncan muted himself.
Nah.
So yeah, he'll come back on soon.
Uh,
Um,
doesn't seem to be much I can do.
I can hear you now better.
yeah, better. That's better.
Oh,
And
because I'm playing them up. Yay.
wait, why does your avatar like appear and disappear?
Oh, must have been a glitch.
Oh, and tell the gentleman from Donkey Buffet to, does he have to be on camera or do we keep it on avatar here only?
Yeah, let's.
So we don't get like,
You guys want me to put up an avatar?
Yeah,
yeah,
let's keep it. Let's
Okay.
keep it to avatars only. Just for now. I mean, it's
I have to figure out how to do that.
you're,
you.
uh, you just, it says activate the camera and you touch that little camera. You
Oh, I
can see
see.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yay,
There we
Little
go.
All right.
ooh, space easy.
Yeah. So you. You're aware, of course, with the Twitter goings ons right now, with like OP Skynet and everything. Aren't you, Darren?
No, I don't. Opie's. I don't know what that. I've heard somebody say. I've heard some things about Skynet. I have no idea what it is though.
Oh, it's basically trying to in the face of the various Twitter bannings of different prominent gamergators, is to get um, everyone to follow each other, to basically create a giant network of gamergators to spread information around.
Oh, was somebody saying that they suspected that this was largely being pushed by shills, so as to promote their own channels?
That's
No.
that's what I'm getting. Samantha has is
I'm just
watching.
I'm just spitballing.
Well, Samantha's watching Twitter right now, and there's at least some action, anti-Gamergate, and some what people suspect are shills trying to push the notion as well, so that you can essentially ban people.
Well, this
Uh,
might be a good opportunity for me to ask a question, which is, um, might it not be true that the only thing that really matters is that people who support Gamergate send emails to that are by sending emails to companies that should change their advertising policies? In other words, isn't everything but that just a distraction? As far as Gamergate is concerned, isn't everything except emailing developers a distraction?
To an extent, I mean, it is the most important part to try and get it. But I think
I don't mean
there's,
to shut people down but I mean it's because of the emailing campaign that Gamergate is winning. You know, we're still getting pasted in the mainstream media, and it's only because of the emailing that we've got any kind of real metric of success. And
but yeah,
that's my impression.
I think it's I personally argue that it's a bit more than that. I mean, there's sort of this secondary objective to try and bring awareness to some of the other cultural, maybe not cultural, maybe culture is a strong word to use, but certainly some of the undue influences from people who want to politicize games.
Right, absolutely. No, I agree with that. In fact, I think I've often said, and I hope I've been clear that what you're talking about is actually, for me personally, my greater concern. But I support what I think, the core of what Gamergate is, which is um, getting getting these SJW freaks out of their games.
Right, which is why it's just huge that Twitter be a part of that. People are trying to silence these critics on Twitter, and if it expands elsewhere, they'll probably hit there too. I mean, it is part of trying to silence the opposition and enforce politicization, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I hate to be a wet blanket about it, and I don't intend to put a damper on what you guys are talking about, because I do think the broader cultural side of it is important. I mean, that's what I'm on about, is the broader cultural side. But just kind of for clarity, because you guys heard about the European Space Association's shirt problems?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that.
The church
He
store?
had, he made a public apology. I mean, this guy who did an amazing thing for the betterment of humankind made a damn near tearful apology for a fucking shirt, you know, and that's what they're doing to everyone else. That's the kind of power they have, and it's goddamned absurd.
It
Yeah,
is.
I think that's the thing. That's why they are scared of Gamergate, because they don't have power over us.
Right.
Well, and it's nothing that we haven't seen before. I mean, even BlizzCon just happened, and the neutrality of Blizzard has suddenly been challenged, for no goddamn reason.
Mm. Yeah, the Doritos Pop. Hello?
It,
The call went silent.
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, go ahead and
I think
yeah, go ahead.
somebody was saying, I don't know much about Gamergate on the side of gamers, because I remain technically outside of it, as someone who doesn't identify as a gamer for purely technical reasons. So what is this that's going on with Blizzard? I've played a lot of Diablo 2, but what are they trying to stay out of it?
Well,
What's up with that?
So what happened is that since these decries of harassment have been going on all over the place, last week or 2 weeks ago at BlizzCon, someone from Blizzard who was making a presentation denoted the harassment, or just harassment basically, and then and afterwards there was a reporter who basically then identified that as being anti-Gamergate, which given the context of the statement, it could have gone either way. And so there's been a lot of attacks now, from both sides,
So
basically trying to claim Blizzard.
right, okay.
So
Blizzard is
basically, they turned the whole
Huh.
community into a war zone.
Yeah, which I mean, I believe it was Polygon or Kotaku that then ran an article on their newest game, which has some female characters that are particularly strong. So they're claiming that the Blizzard's suddenly feminist or something like that. Some shit like that. So yeah, they're attempting to polarize the situation.
They'll use anything as ammo by now.
Which it's a shame that Ian hasn't gotten on, because
he likes
there's
stuff.
Well, because there's another example of that. If you guys want there's a Facebook group called Gamergate Ultras, which I've been a part of and has been very nice. And one of the users there posted this email to Invasion Game Community, which basically is an online gaming publication, as far as I can tell, where users were threatening to contact Eurogamer, one of their advertisers, to pull out. So, and they've tried to remain neutral on the subject. So it's interesting how this turnabout has come about. I mean, they're starting to use the same tactics now, going back to what you were saying, Darren, about emailing advertisers.
Yeah.
So
I
the
don't. I
thing
don't. I don't know how anyone can stay neutral. Because if you're neutral, then technically the anti-Gamergate side is against you. I mean, look at what happened to David Pakman.
mm,
You know, he tried to stay neutral, and he ended up getting pasted in this something I saw today, which is just I think it was the Christian Broadcasting Network. It was just another piece about how harassy Gamergate is, and they put him up in a string of photos along with which made him look like he was pro Gamergate and therefore pro harassment.
Oh,
You know, and he's been almost vehemently neutral. Effort to say I'm not for either side, and he's gotten kicked into the pro side by the anti side. So you're on a side by default. It is, at least according to them.
Yeah, and with him, it's been a particularly tragic case because he's been the only one so far of what you could call the mainstream, which I know it's weird calling a YouTuber mainstream, but his show is popular. It's part of the Young Turks network and everything. And he made this actually really good video that basically concluded his investigation, which basically said Gamergate isn't the biggest issue on the planet, but both sides have some claims that may be true.
It's definitely not the industry's biggest problem either. That would be like frame rate issues and such with AAA titles.
Right. Which, I mean, considering all the, that there's been, trouble brewing for them as well. I mean, Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed Unity they've been absolutely plastered.
I've heard the PS4 version can go down to like 21 frames per second.
Jeez. Yeah, and Total Biscuit's video on the PC port was just absolutely terrible. I'm not sure what happened with Assassin's Creed Unity, but it's important to know that, I mean, there's a lot more issues outside of just these game journalists to handle.
Well, when I first became aware of it, it was from listening to Sargon of Akkad, and quite frankly, it wasn't that long ago. It was maybe no more than 2 months ago, and I began to learn about Gamergate, and I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. Even though I play games and I know gamers, I didn't think it was important enough to really think about. But as soon as it became apparent that what the SJWs are after represents a kind of final stronghold in the war against political correctness, that's when you start to realize, if you think that what I just said is true, that it's really serious.
This whole game,
and it's not the games that are serious. It's important that gamers not have their hobby taken from them. But that's the kind, winning that is a kind of prize. It's like a side prize for gamers, like the trophy. But what's really at stake is the ability to speak freely in public.
So,
Yeah, it's. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
no, I'm done talking for now. You can
Okay.
go.
I
Well,
just
and yeah, go ahead.
just excuse me. Imagine a world where you couldn't go out in public with a T-shirt on that had a picture of a scantily clad woman on it without being given a ticket or being chased into an alley or something. Because I think that's the direction that they're pushing us in. That's the direction they would push us in if they had the power to do it.
While I wouldn't typically wear a shirt like that, still
No, but if it was laundry day and that's all you had, then you might be in mortal peril because of it.
Well, and I think it also has bigger ramifications for just media in general because the things we target these publications for, the clickbaiting, the sort of the biased views. This is the modus operandi for all and for media in general. I mean. Game Journal Prose was based off of a similar list for just journalists in general, and that was cited for ethical dilemmas. Same that we've been doing it. So I mean, there's a reason why the mainstream media has basically tried to push away from the ethics in games journalist issue because it's not just games journalists. It is just journalism, essentially.
Well, that's a harder story to write. I think that's a big part of the reason why they're telling it wrong because the truth is extremely nuanced. Like, I don't know. I'm not. If I could try to paint a picture, I mean, the difference between the truth and what the mainstream media is telling us is, I don't know, if you could somehow imagine it in mathematical language, very similar. It's like the difference between the number 52 and the number 52.7. And the truth is 52.7, and they're saying it's 52. So it's subtle, but telling the real truth requires a complicated algorithm. And you're not going to get anyone sitting on their couch at home to sit there and think through it with you. So they tell the easier story. They tell the story that's already sold, and that's women are in
I tell
danger.
the truth all the time. I'm a
Right,
shill.
and it isn't. It hasn't even just been women are in danger. I mean, it's been everything from X and so policeman is guilty of police brutality because someone said so, to oh well we or broadcasting one side of a court case that frankly they don't belong in, just because it's sensational. It's they don't call it a media circus for nothing, and Gamergate has essentially just become, again, that media circus.
And, well, it would seem that whoever started it is the ringleader, so to speak.
So to speak, yeah, but who started it? I mean, even that narrative is a bit of a misnomer. I mean, it started with, technically you could say it started with Zoe Quinn, but whenever you mention Zoe Quinn,
Five Guys, man.
you then get the criticism of, well, why do you care about so much about Zoe Quinn's sex life? We don't. It was who she slept with and what
Yeah,
implications
amazing.
that had for the game's journalism side of things.
Right.
Can you guys hear
If she
me?
has slept with the milkman or her personal trainer or whatever, we wouldn't have cared.
Robert.
Which, I mean, it's interesting. I read an interesting article on Breitbart, of all places, basically discussing how this was a diversion tactic by
No.
anti-Gamergate, which absolutely rings true. They don't want to pay for their own sins, so they turn to the sins of someone else, essentially.
Sort of like a pass the buck kind of thing.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I thought I broke my phone for a second.
Um,
I'm sorry if I'm quiet as a Jew hiding in the cupboard.
I'm just watching this person write. There's this like person, this speaker person called Lighting Action, and he or she has the most extreme things that I have seen about Gamergate. Well, not let's forget George State and the whole Holocaust thing, but one of the things that actually bothers me is that the picture that he or she has on his Twitter is like some girl sitting on a train station and there's like bodies behind it. Is that for real?
You mean bodies like corpses?
Yes. Oh
I
God.
if it's showing actual corpses in connection to Gamergate, I
No,
mean,
sorry. That's just the Twitter avatar of this person.
oh,
Let me read you. I just read something that like made me laugh, but it's really extreme. But let me finish. It's basically that if you like video games, you support rape.
yeah, yeah,
Remember, guys, central
that's
sex
bad.
is rape.
Yeah, I mean, let me post this on my Twitter, and then I'll read it for you because it has a lot of things. I mean, it has a lot of basically, especially the not your chill part. Basically, it's calling us house niggers.
I love porch
Saying
monkeys.
to the black people on Not Your Chill that they should care more about Ferguson than Gamergate.
Oh, right, the old Jim Sterling quote. He said that, early on, and when when people try to implicate him as well, which, granted he's a dude, but he's tried to remain neutral as well.
Yeah,
And who wouldn't? They don't want to get bashed for having sex.
Right,
Right.
I mean, same thing happened to JonTron when he tried when he entered in on the conversation as well. So I mean, I can see where people want to remain neutral. It's a bit of a crapshoot on both sides whether you'll get treated right or not.
Yeah, well, what it says, even if you're a woman, if you support video games, you support rape. Therefore, you are a rapist and a gender traitor. House nigger.
Yeesh, that is quite the
And
stereotype.
the picture that I want to
vicious.
share the picture, but I cannot share the picture. Let me. Can you? I want to like maybe share my screen. Can you?
Screen share, yeah. If you click on the little screen share app, it's the green icon with the that looks like the computer monitor on your side.
Okay. Now, can you see this?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Have you guys learned of the Hatred game? Have you guys seen that trailer?
Yeah, that's lightning action. And that the picture is really disturbing. I don't know if those are real dead bodies or not.
Well, and why she's standing there, I mean...
I think
I'm pretty sure the picture is staged.
Maybe. But it also talks a lot about ISIS. It says that she has been let down by ISIS and feminism. So
Well, I know ISIS has been drawn into gamers have been basically been labeled worse than ISIS, but I can't think of any recent incursions of that. I think we pretty much defeated that argument.
What is GNAA?
GNAA?
No idea.
No idea, actually.
They're a troll group, so they go around basically posting both inflammatory anti and pro Gamergate stuff just to get people mad. And
So
I think
basically, they're just feeding the fire.
Yeah.
they're just fanning the flames a lot, which
Yeah,
Okay, I have a
because it's
question for
really
all of you.
strange.
Is it worse that you would want
Yeah, there's a
Nazi
lot of things.
propaganda on your
I'm
phone?
not really going
Or-
to get angry because I know that basically they're probably trolling, so.
yeah, they're throwing the shit, which there's a reason why. I mean, they're the ones who are actually being labeled the Gamergate harassment side. I mean, there probably is some harassment from pro Gamergaters, but a lot of it is coming from these troll groups who are
Like, or GNAA,
yeah,
as we
who
just seen scenarios.
What
wish
does it mean?
yeah,
GNAA, what does it mean?
so I mean, if you see anything from GNAA, just basically ignore it.
I've gone to
Really, I ignored the entire
some
game.
trouble to find harassment coming from Gamergate. Granted, I can't see Anita Sarkeesian's inbox,
I mean, I'm
but
definitely against that thing
I haven't
that's
seen
labeled.
anything. I haven't found
I'm definitely.
a single instance of it.
I'm not sure what side I'm on. I mean, most of the gaming community can be, well, major pains right in the rear.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
otherwise, I'm really against that tweet that says if you support gaming, yeah,
I mean, the thing is, it's become a lot bigger than it started out as. So I mean, it is a bit more difficult. I mean, you can't condone, for example, something that may
I'll be
happen
back later, guys.
in the Call of Duty lobby room where you'll find out just how many people your mother has been sleeping with. While at the same time, we lost someone.
He said he'd be
honestly
back.
fine. I also
Yeah,
find
Duncan,
the
because it hasn't
Call
been
of Duty
happening.
people just absolutely unbearable to be around. Like dragging a couple of boat anchors behind you.
Well, yeah, but it's just basically whenever douchebags just don't deserve money in the end, which
Just pain in the bum.
The thing, sorry, about the Zero Mercy, Operation Zero Mercy, is that they are supposedly these people are developers.
So they're developers. Wait, so these are developers who are going after gamers?
Yeah, I mean, let me see.
How?
Apparently.
Or maybe it could be exactly the opposite.
How
I
can
don't know,
it?
this whole game thing is confusing.
How can that happen?
I don't know. Let me search.
One point it looks like it's about feminism. One point it looks like it's about, well, sexual harassment.
Well, and feminism and sexual, I mean, that's about 80% of what feminists complain about these days is that. So I mean, there is that, but I think, you know what? I don't get on Twitter often. I actually don't like Twitter, but
I don't get on Twitter at all. But
Okay.
unfortunately,
Wait,
there's
what
not
is
hashtags because I go on Google Plus.
what is the hashtag, Samantha?
The hashtag for the Operation Zero
For Zero Mercy.
Mercy is up 0. Let me give you this. Okay, screen share. Okay. Okay, it's this thing.
Okay, back to screen sharing. Let's see. Up
It
zero.
says up Zero Mercy, and there's a place that says Operation Zero Mercy. Game developer previous professional affiliation involves Bungie, Halo 1-3, Criterion, and FS Operation Zero Mercy founder. LA, New
That
York,
sucks.
London.
That sucks. I actually liked I liked Halo.
Yeah, I also like a lot of Bungie games.
What?
Destiny seems like a good game because I'm kind of a grindy person. I like
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about Destiny. You have to be about the grinding, essentially.
What is the grinding?
After all, you don't want your characters to be weak, do you?
Basically, Samantha, you continually gain experience to level up your character, make it stronger.
Ah. So you play, and after that you play again and again and again.
Essentially, yeah.
I did that with
Yeah,
my
like,
sister, playing that
Venom,
Diablo 3.
going on quests,
I think
side quests.
grinding implies that you're going after low-level targets, so that to eliminate the risk of getting experience. So it's tedious and it takes time, and so people are generally opposed to it.
Very
Right.
time-consuming, but very rewarding as
Can be.
Like
yeah.
potato farming, one potato at a time.
Hey, I had a potato plant. So that's
Any coughing, kind of contracted a bad cold. Can't seem to
No problem, dude.
you're so cute.
But I'm okay.
So what else? I mean, BlizzCon, this Operation Zero Mercy, and have you posted something on Operation Post-Loot?
No, I haven't. I mean,
Operation what?
Operation Post Nuke.
Loot. LEWDS.
Oh,
Oh, lewd.
Loot. Sorry.
Lewd.
lewd. Oh no, I haven't heard of it. What's
Lewd?
what's
Isn't that
going
like
down there?
Twitch slang?
They basically are posting porn,
Oh,
but for the lol.
lewd.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, I
some
mean, Tumblr's
Isn't that
been
like
doing
Twitch?
that forever, so
what?
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Yes.
I mean, you either have SJWs or you have porn blogs, and that's a good majority of that site.
Yeah, I'm the second one.
Yeah, like
I have a
80%
porn blog.
very
Not-
legal.
What?
That's an odd couple, porn and SJWs together. They deserve each other.
Well,
Like two old married people.
Tumblr's just that weird, you have full blogs of furries and fan pages. So I mean, it's an interesting concept. I think just do it myself.
Yeah, basically, Tumblr's all this. Reblog, original post, but everyone reblogs it and you don't get any credit.
Yes,
That's
I love
Tumblr in a
Tumblr.
nutshell. Or as I like to call it, in shell nut.
Well, it's really good with fandoms. I mean, if you like a certain person, you can find a bunch of pictures from them,
Yeah, you
even
can find
creepy
a whole,
pictures, fan
yeah,
pictures.
whether they be creepy or just downright weird.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of horror, which is fun.
And I can almost guarantee that there's something about Frozen there. Ugh.
I actually really like Frozen. It was a
Yeah, I
it,
respect your opinion, but I thought it was mediocre at best. Half my time was covering my ears for the musical numbers.
well, but you know, it's also a movie that was essentially made for musical nerds, and I'm just a huge musical nerd. So I mean, it
Don't get me wrong, I love music. It's just,
well, if you're not into musical theater, you know, you're not going to really, I mean, really get into it as much. But you know, everything
well,
from the heavy. Go
musical
ahead.
numbers are just the weirdest movie trope.
Mm.
Random ones, anyways, spontaneous ones. I mean, how do they choreograph all this? How do they choreograph it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
kind of, I can kind of understand it in Disney's Aladdin, where the genie's been trapped in a lamp for a long time.
it's not meant. I mean, generally in those movies, though, you also, you know, have dragons, magic, um, everything like that. So I mean, you know, in a movie where you have an ice princess, or an ice queen, um, running around freezing the entire kingdom, I mean, it more or less is, you know, acceptable that people just start singing, really.
Yeah, I guess.
What else are
But
you
it
gonna do?
kind of bothers me.
Have you ever seen another teen movie?
Which one? Which one's Mata?
Not another teen movie?
Oh,
Oh,
I think I've heard of that.
I've
Yeah.
skipped all those.
No, but in that one, that is, it has like a musical number, like towards the prom, because it's a parody of all teenage like John Hughes films.
Like kind of like a riff off of High School Musical or something.
No, it's not a ripoff. It's like
No,
it's a
like a
ripoff.
riff, like
A riff.
poking fun at.
Yeah, but
Riff.
it's making fun of the 80s teen movies, the old ones, the 90s and the 80s teen movies, like John Hughes, I think, like The Breakfast Club, the old movies.
Seriously, show those movies to anyone, and well, they'll instantly think, man, were the movies really that bad back then? Those movies like scream 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
Well,
the
70s
thing
were worse. 70s were patently worse.
the 70s.
If you've never sat through a marathon of teen movies about beach parties,
Oh,
it's yeah, that those are those are worse than like the Breakfast Club.
have you ever seen Psycho Beach Party, which is basically making fun of beach party movies?
Really,
No,
the
I
only
haven't, but
beach movie that I ever watched was Teen Beach Movie, and that left a sour taste in my mouth.
That's a new one.
Disney produced it, yeah. Which I thought it was a good homage.
And they're gonna
That
make a
movie.
sequel. If they kind of refined a few things, it could actually be kind of a good movie.
I like
I could
High School
actually
Musical.
like it a bit more.
Well, let's
I need to
continue
make
with
the
the
effects
game.
believable for kind of a 60s, 70s beach movie.
Which, yeah, I mean, and that's what it was sort of going for homage to, which, I mean, it works, but that's just because the formula is so easily done. Yeah, it doesn't take much.
All you need are
So,
some random musical numbers, some good choreography, and bam, you got yourself half a Teen Beach movie.
Can't forget the Speedos, but...
yeah.
Can't forget those. Can't forget at least one joke about Speedos.
What? Let me read you something, please. Please.
Go ahead.
It says the Twitter name is called I Don't Care or Moscati. It says stop telling women not to ruin men's lives by accusing them of rape when there are pretty much zero repercussions for being a rapist. Yes, you are called a rapist. There's zero repercussions for you to be called a rapist.
What country does that person live in?
Probably
Yeah, I
America.
guess it depends. But, well, I mean, I guess there's some truth to the statement, but the reason why there's possibly so little, repercussions is because there's, the politics around it stops these people from being caught. The law is actually very strict on this sort of thing. It's just, when you're trying to label everything rape, well, suddenly they can get lost in that crowd of, people who just catcalled, essentially.
Oh no, in my case, when somebody like accused my mother works in a school and some kid said that one of the new teachers, basically just wrote a thing on her leg and they basically wanted to lynch him.
By the way,
So,
someone just joined the call under the name of.
yes, Jesus.
Say hello to everyone.
Hey.
Oh, yay, Otter Jesus!
Of course.
All praise the mighty Otter Jesus.
I'm on
Yes,
my phone.
right.
I'll get on my computer in a second. I wasn't sure, like I didn't get a reminder or anything of the Hangout. So
No, it was slow build up, so I was basically inviting anyone and everyone on.
okay.
So
Have you ever sent a thing to the Gamergate Streams Twitter account?
Yeah, you
no, I haven't. I probably should.
Because when I did it the other day, and I did it an hour ahead of time. I wasn't really,
Gamergate.
and then
Well, Gamergate only just recently came under my concern.
Right. Right, and the streams have been going on for long enough where essentially someone's developed an account that is built just directly to promote this live streams and these kinds of things.
yeah.
So I will need to do that, but I'll probably need to get a Twitter account first, which I've been.
You don't actually have to. You just go to the Twitter account of Gamergate Streams, and they have a link, and then you open it up, and it's a Google form, and you just enter the information in.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, there we go.
Oh wait, there's two. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, he was just getting on his computer there.
Yeah.
Ah. So Jason, what do you do that
I was
you
on my
just
phone, and
found
I
out
logged
about
off, and then came on my computer.
Say that again. Say that again,
Samantha or Sam?
Samantha.
Just call me Sam. So
Sam.
Jason, what do you do that you just found out about Gamergate just recently?
Like, what do I do about Gamergate?
What do you do that you found out now?
How did you find out? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
well, it came to attention and long before now, but only now have I really become concerned about it because all this kind of criticism stuff about pro and anti gamergaters kind of melted into a pish posh of well everything that I really don't want to see in argument. Foul language against other people, criticism, racial stereotypes, using different types of sexuality as an insult. I mean, and I'm a straight man.
Oh, join the club, fellow misogynist.
Oh, so how have you been, Other Jesus?
I've kind of burnt myself out because I've been doing my own streams for the past week every day.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do one tonight. I'm just gonna go on this one and see what happens.
oh. Have you heard about Operation Zero Mercy?
Nope. What is it?
It's like a
Show them the screen share.
Yeah.
screen
It'll be
share.
easier to show than to explain.
I hope that my Tumblr is not open, so that it's not
No,
open.
no, Tumblr. I have a
Kind of
Tumblr.
like Harry Potter kind of things. Tell
Oh
me
no, you're going to see a lot of
I
porn.
can't, but I can
So
show.
it says Operation Zero Mercy. Can you see it? Yeah. And there's this guy. This is Operation Zero Mercy. It's no, Up Zero Mercy. I'm so stupid. Zero Mercy. Okay. Up Zero Mercy. Yes. This is Up Zero Mercy. And there's this guy called Operation Zero Mercy. And he's the founder of Up Zero Mercy. And he is a developer.
Previous professional affiliation, Bungie, Halo 1 through 3, etc.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not unusual that a developer is anti-Gamergate. I mean, Phil Fish is even that way.
Yeah, but they're working with WAM.
Oh.
Yeah, to answer, yes, Operation Zero Mercy works day and night, scanning feeds and escalating, harassing, and abusive Gamergate accounts. www. WAM.
Have you had much trouble with Wham yet, Otter Jesus, or?
No, I don't actually tweet at anybody in anti-Gamergate unless they come after me, but I usually just stay away from them. And so I don't think there could be a case made that I'm harassing anyone.
That's decent. I mean, that's terrible that terrible that they've shut themselves down from that conversation. But then again, if all you want is a hug box, then you know.
I'll never be one to be affiliated with some kind of Gamergate thing. I'll just kind of be on the sidelines watching.
Which most people are, you know. Frankly, I mean, it's you can get involved, but most people will just be watching in the end.
Just kind of that guy who sees a fight going on in the middle of a clearing in the forest. He's hiding in a hollowed out log.
Watching is fine. You know, it's you know, the more people that are it's better that people watch than not watch, because you know, as we said before, it's not just about games. It's about honesty and fairness in general.
By all these stupid arguments that go on about Gamergate, I end up kind of amused sometimes, honestly, by some of the things they bring up.
Oh, what the hell?
Terrible grammar skills. I'm kind of wanting to be a quote-unquote grammar Nazi, as I'm labeled.
Speaking of grammar Nazism, I found it strange that no one's really talked about how poorly written Depression Quest is.
Oh, people
I never played.
talked about. I think they're still trying to get over the fact that it's a PowerPoint presentation, really.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure
And
PowerPoint.
not only is it a bad game, it's a very poor choose your own adventure, and I like choose your own adventures. They're
Yeah,
cool.
it's not interesting or fun. It's
But
boring.
it's a very pale representation of what depression is.
Mhm.
For one thing, for another thing, it's a shitty choose your own adventure. For a second thing, but worst of all, the sentences are bad.
Mhm.
You know, not only is it badly written, not only are the scenes set up very amateurishly,
Yeah.
but the sentences are horrific.
Yeah,
And yet, it's an award-winning game. Who's handing out these awards?
Yeah, which awards? Because some awards are not important, like the Emmys.
and
Well, and it's
fake award that was given the Bubsy 3D.
well, and it's been interesting because actually there was a recent development with the IGAs, where a judge tweeted out that she was essentially downvoting any game that was being
Yeah,
developed
that
by any
just blew up.
straight male.
I thought it was just any men in it.
Or any men,
Like,
yeah.
If it was a game with a bunch of gay guys in it, she'd vote it down because she's a bigot.
Oh yeah, Matty Bryce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any game with men in it, she was going to like put less. It was
Right.
going to give it a less worse score.
But she was only joking, so it's all okay.
They're always only joking.
Yeah.
And then we joke, and then they don't want to fun.
By the
Yeah.
time this whole Gamergate thing blows over, we're all gonna, well, the gaming community is gonna end up torn apart along with the industry itself, causing what might be actually some kind of crash.
Probably.
Economic crash.
Hey, can someone post the YouTube link for this so I can post it on my Twitter?
Right?
Yes. I will get this here for you. Not sure how many people are watching. Google messed up on me, so I'm not even seeing a comment stream on the side. Yeah, it's. I guess it's just a down week.
Mhm.
Wait. Oh my god. Let's. Did we talk about the chart? The chart? Yes, we did.
Yeah, we've mentioned the shirts, which, by the way, you can actually go and get one, which of the same pattern even. So I mean,
Oh my god, that's one with
if you want to, you can have your own sexist shirt.
Yay!
There's one with shirtless cowboy. I want that one.
That
Did you see it? Have you seen the one with the shirtless cowboy?
no,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it exists. It's just really it's. I think we should all just one day just buy that kind of shirt and just wear it.
That's some sexy
Oh,
shirt. Mm-hmm.
It make our own like almost like slut walk or something like that.
I really didn't see anything really wrong with that shirt. I mean, just
It was a Barbarella. Basically, for me, it was like a Barbarella shirt, like sci-fi vixen from outer space.
Really
Yeah,
didn't
there's
look
really
like,
nothing wrong with it. It's just.
really didn't look like anything to me.
Ew.
What?
I just like. Good.
Sometimes I just decide to. Sometimes I'll just decide to ignore some gamers that try to criticize other people completely and just keep on waiting for that plug and play Genesis that I still haven't gotten.
Which shirt? The one with the original one or with the cowboy?
What?
No, I'm talking about somebody was looking at the shirt.
Oh.
Somebody was. Hello?
Hangout's gone a bit silent. They're giving us the silent treatment.
What? Hello? Robert?
Hello. Anyone?
Hello?
Can
What?
even Sam hear me?
I can hear everybody. I'm just typing something.
Okay.
Everything just kind of went silent for a little bit.
Look, what do you do? Oh, duh.
All of you left the call.
Why? It's not the first time tonight. It's actually the second time because he left me alone in one of the calls. Well, let's continue. Maybe we are going to continue.
Perhaps you'll come back.
Probably not. He's going to probably give us a new link.
Perhaps
Because
it was a glitch.
yeah, he said that Google was doing that to him. Oh, where's my notes? My notes. I have my notes. Well, where are my notes? Oh. Okay, notes. So we talk about multi-price.
Hey.
Did you hear about George Tate? No, because you have not been in Twitter. George Tate.
George what?
Tate?
Huh?
Georgie Tate, the person
Yeah.
who went crazy, and then his parents or something came out and said he had no legs or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to all the drama stuff.
Yeah, he went. I think we can call it.
I mean, unless it concerns an area close to me, I don't really pay much attention. I mean, probably wouldn't care if EAS tones started blaring. I wouldn't care.
No, well, he went. Call it that. They're basically talking about how he wanted to put all Gamergate in ovens.
Yeah.
That's why his code name is called Nazi Oven.
Yeah.
So.
How long ago was that?
What? This week? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was a Milo Yiannopoulos article that he was listing the big hitters of anti-Gamergate, and he mentioned Sarkeesian and Wu, and he mentioned a self-proclaimed Nazi. Do you think that's the person he was talking about?
No, that was Ian Miles Chong. Okay. Hello, and Robert.
Someone just joined the call.
Yeah, and the problem is that Robert left.
Hello, Smokin.
Wait, what happened to Stole Review?
Something happened to him.
Maybe something
Technical
happened.
errors, he's saying.
Yeah. Technical.
He's scampered.
Stand by for further updates.
We can talk.
You are listening to the Google Hangouts alert system, all broadcasting subdivision.
So,
Anyways, enough making fun of the EAS.
Yeah, don't make fun of the AAS anymore. It's boring. The AAS is just silly.
Yeah, it's silly.
Just silly.
Come on. Come back.
I think it's
I'm
kind of
trying
weird.
to.
Wasn't he the one who started this hangout?
Yeah,
So you can leave the hangout if you started it, and it'll still keep going.
you can keep going because
It's
he
still
let me.
and it's still live and such.
Yeah, it is. It's still on YouTube.
Still
Yeah, this happened before, like the same night, and he left me alone on the hangout on live.
Oh, that's so sad.
Anyways, I can't wait to just check out the whole hangout once it's fully on YouTube after it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Ew.
I haven't watched any of mine.
Partially because I like the sound of my own voice.
Well, you're like really unique then. Most people hate their voice.